Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is my 17-week pregnancy update. The most exciting news this week is that I'm definitely feeling the baby move. It's now 11 centimeters long and I have been feeling it kind of flutter around. When I sit on the couch at night and I'm just relaxing, I can feel it then. Yeah, or if I concentrate on feeling the baby move, I do feel the baby move. It's definitely like little flutters, or people have described them as like little butterflies before. For me, they actually feel like little bubbles popping like in my tummy, so they're just like tiny movements. Like my husband wouldn't be able to feel them as well yet or anything, but I am definitely feeling our little baby wriggle around, which is just really nice. Forget what it feels like between babies, and now when I feel it, I'm like, oh, like, I don't know, it sounds really weird or sad, but I feel like, oh, I'm not alone. Like if I'm at work and I don't have the boys with me, I'm like, no, I've got this one. So it's just been a really nice feeling. It is looking something like that, which is very human looking. It's a completely formed baby. It's just a little bit skinny at the moment because it doesn't really put on all of its weight till the end bit. Symptoms this week, I've still been feeling really well, but the tiredness has come back. But I don't know if it's because we've had the Easter weekend and also we're sort of pushing on with our build. We're building an extension and we've had to like clear out the boys' rooms, and there's been lots of sorting out to do and trying to just get ourselves organized. So I feel like I've actually been doing quite a bit of physical work and like running up and down stairs and lifting and stuff like that. So I have been a bit tired. I'm still suffering from pins and needles in my hands when I sleep, and I'm having to like move around a lot at night to get comfortable, but I haven't been getting up in the night to go to the loo anymore. I don't know if the baby's like moved off of my bladder now, but I'm not getting up in the night, so that's really good. Also, I had to change my skincare routine because I think I mentioned in my last update that my skin was almost like dry, and I don't know if I'm not producing as much oil as normal in pregnancy or something, but I've had to change my skincare routine to be a really hydrating skincare routine. So I've stopped using all of my Dermalogica products, but I'm sure that I will come back to them because I love Dermalogica. And I'm now using loads of Elemis products, and it is like the Rehydrate range. And I've used them for about the last week, so my whole 17th week, and my skin has been so much better. And yeah, I think I just really need to rehydrate it at this stage. So that's been brilliant, and it's kind of kept any spots away. So what all of you want to know is if I know the gender of the baby yet, but I still don't know. So we went to our early gender scan. I was about 16.5 weeks when we went to that, and the whole idea was that we went to the scan and then they were going to write it down in an envelope, and then we take the envelope to our jewelers, who's going to change some stones in my wedding ring to be the color of the baby. So it's all quite involved. I don't know who we think we are, but that was the plan, and I think it'd be a really nice way to find out. I'll link my 16-week update that explains more about all of what we're doing. But anyway, we went along to the scan, and yeah, it was really good. First of all, she said, oh, you know, before I look at what it is, I'm gonna look at all of its vitals, and I'm gonna measure it and just make sure everything's perfect. And so it measured like its head, and that was really cool because you could see both sides of the brain like moving. It looked like a little butterfly on the baby's head, and so that was amazing. And it was measuring perfect for 17 weeks, and then she measured its back, and again it was perfect for 17 weeks. Measured it the size of its legs, and again it was, you know, everything was just perfect. And by the time she'd said that everything was looking perfect, and she said, oh, you know, it's got a really happy heart rate, it's a really happy baby. After she said all that, I was just thinking, I genuinely just don't even care. Like, I don't care at all. I'm just happy that the baby is so happy and on its way and stuff. So she knew that we didn't want to see the sex of the baby. She knew that we wanted her to write it down. So she did all of the checks, and then I thought that she would then go ahead and check for the bits, but she just turned off both of the screens, and she was like, right, okay, all done. And I was like, well, do you know what it is? And she was like, yep. And I was like, okay. I was like, don't write it down unless you're absolutely sure. And she said, nope, I'm absolutely sure. And I was like, she was like, I definitely know what it is. So when she said that, it just made me feel like you've seen something, like you've seen a willy. Because I've heard people say, you know, if it's a girl, you have to search around for it a bit more, or you have to get the baby in a certain position. I just felt like when she was doing all of her routine checks, she must have seen like a willy. But I don't know, because as soon as she wrote it down and she sealed the envelope, my husband was like, I'll take that, because he knows me and he knows that I would massively cheat. So he took it and he put it in his inside pocket. And because we had a babysitter, we went in the evening, we went for dinner. So you can imagine the whole time at dinner, I was like, should we just have a look? It will be special if we open it even now. Let's just have a look, let's just have a look, let's just have a look. And he refused. He was like, no, you'll regret it. We're doing this like reveal, we're doing this properly, it's a nice way to find out, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we didn't. I tried everything to cheat. He just would not budge at all. And then I was like, well, I don't need to know because I know it's a boy and blah, 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 blah. And I was getting all like funny with him, but we didn't look. And then as soon as we got in that evening, he hid it somewhere in the house. So I didn't even know where it was, so I couldn't even have looked. And then the next day he took it to the jewelers and they said that it would be 1 week to complete the ring. But it's been the Easter bank holiday weekend, so I don't know exactly what day we're gonna get it this week, but we're gonna get it this week, and as soon as we get it, we're gonna film opening it and I'm gonna put it straight up on my channel. So that is where we are at the moment with the gender thing. I still don't know, and loads of you have messaged me going, come on, you must have cheated, like don't be a spoil sport, tell me what it is. And I'm like, I really don't know, like I genuinely don't know. Like I feel like it's a boy, but I actually don't know. So yeah, because she could have seen a willy, but then she could have seen that one was missing. So I don't know, like she does scans all day in and all day out, so I just don't know. I'm more confused than ever. I did a prediction video, which I'll link down below, and lots of that was pointing to girl, but the way that I'm feeling, I feel the same. So I just can't imagine not having a boy. Anyway, that is pretty much my update for this week. I'm just rambling on as usual. I feel like I'm just talking to a friend, so that is probably why I'm doing that. But yeah, everything's good. I'm feeling pretty good, and the baby's developing perfectly, she said. So that is just amazing, and I will let you know very, very soon what we're having. I will be blasting it all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so go and follow me on all of those. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye! Oh, and I'll do a bumper shot for you now. The baby is now the size of a large orange or a dragon fruit, so it's getting pretty big in clothes when I'm like that. So yeah, bye. Next one is one I haven't even heard about before. It's called the nub theory.